Welcome back, guys. How is everybody? You know who I am. I'm Steve. I give you the no bullshit tech reviews, and today I'm going to show you SkyStream playlists, how it works, the sort of information that it can give you, how I think it is better than SkyQ recordings, because a lot of you hit me up in the comments about how Sky recordings and SkyQ recordings are just so much easier and what it does. But maybe you could be missing out or understanding how the Sky playlists actually work, and with the SkyStream playlists, by the way. And I just want to show you how it operates and some features and what it does and the sort of valuable information that the SkyStream and Sky Glass playlists give you. So let's get into this. Okay, so when you get into your SkyStream, or if you've got Sky Glass or Sky Glass 2, you will also see this. There's the remote. Can you see the remote? Can you see the little plus button there on the remote? Okay, that's another way that when you get to a particular program, you can press that plus button and it will add it to your playlist. Now, playlists, they kind of supersede the SkyQ recordings. Now, what's playlists do, as I just explained, and I'll show you. Here's a playlist. So if I go into my playlist, I will have the playlist global. So anything in any, so this is if I want to select something for the global playlist for anybody to watch. But then you can set up profiles. So I've got one for me and I have one for my son Tristan. And then you can add a specific program just for you to your playlist. And to add a profile, we can just click on there. We click create. We can even choose characters now, like this. There's loads of characters, just like if you were doing it for Netflix, Disney, or anything else. And you can create that playlist, and you can then create a name for that playlist, and then you can add specific things to that playlist. So if I wanted to add something to the playlist, so let's go back home on the SkyStream box, and let's go down to, I don't know, let's go to TV Guide, and let's go to, I don't know, all channels. What we got? Say we wanted, I don't know, what do you want to watch, guys? What do you want to watch? Let's say we've got Top Gear, right? So let me just mute this because we do not want to get demonetized. So I'm just going to mute. And I'm going to go to, say, let's go to Top Gear. And we can see that come up there. There it is. And then we can go to that. And then I can click my plus button. And then I can, that will carry on playing in the background. Now I'll go to my playlist. Now you can either click to go to the playlist, or you can just type, hold the microphone, playlists. And there we go, it takes you to the playlist. So if I now go to my one, we can now see Top Gear. Now, I don't quite know why we have live PGA Tour golf. But if you want to remove, this is a good one actually, because it's thrown a little spanner in the works. There it is there. So we have watch live, watch from the start, or we can remove the series. So I'm going to remove the series because, my God, golf is boring. Don't shoot me in the comments. And I'm going to remove the series. And then I'm going to choose, I want to remove it from my profile, or I could remove it from the global list profile as well as my profile. But I'm just going to remove it from my profile and it's gone. So if I go back, and you shall find now that I now just have Top Gear and I have Gangs of London. I do love Gangs of London, by the way. Great, great series. So if I click on Gangs of London, so where this differs to the recording, so you will record an episode on SkyQ. On SkyStream, you add the playlist, and what the playlist will do, if we click into that now, it will give me every single episode that it has in its reservoir of servers. So as you can see, we've got series 1, we've got series 2, and we've got the latest series 3. So whereas on SkyQ, you go on and you click record and you can say record series, and then it will record the series as it happens. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whereas this, when you hit playlist, it will get all of those series and put them ready. All the ones that have been shown, of course, maybe if it hadn't been updated and there was still an episode to go, that would be added at a later date, but it will get added. So you get to see all of the series from day dot. So it's a very similar thing, and of course you won't have adverts and things like that if you've got the advert skippable thing, and of course you can jump that and everything else. And it'll even tell you on your playlist on this week. So it'll even tell you that it's on this week, and it will give you all the details, the crew, everything you get. Even it's even giving you the Rotten Tomatoes score. But then it will even show you more that are very similar to this genre of program that you're watching. So there's a lot more information coming from SkyStream in the playlist section, and there's a lot more there. Again, just going back to if we was to go to the Top Gear, because we just selected Top Gear, let's have a quick look, see what that shows in there. And again, wow, look at that. We've got series 33, 32, 31. Let's have a look. Shall we have a laugh? Look at that. We can go all the back to series 1. So it will get every single series. But if you look down the bottom, look where it's going to let you play it. It's going to take you to the iPlayer and play it from the BBC server. So if I click on that, it's going to open up the iPlayer app, and you are going to play that series through that app. But it will do it in sequence. Also as well, it will show you, again, like the other one, what is on this week when it comes to Top Gear, okay? And it'll even show you different channels that Top Gear might even be on, so you can catch up on different episodes. We can also do other showings. We can, there's not so much on the Rotten Tomato, we've got 67% on the popcorn meter. I don't know what that is. And of course, we've got other shows that relate to it, like Grand Tour, On the Road, James May. There's a whole range of information, and that's how it kind of differs from Sky Q. I get where most people are coming from that are old school with the Sky Q. You go on, you record the show, you can watch the show, you can skip the adverts by pushing forward up to 30%, whatever it is, and you can jump that. Whereas this is a little bit different. This will go off and get those shows for you and put it into one neat spot like you've got on your playlist here. And also with the same with Tristan. Tristan's got his playlist there, and you can see that he's got Friends. If we was to click on Friends in Tristan's playlist, we can watch it now. And there we go. We have every single series, and we can see it on Netflix. So if we've got a Netflix subscription, which a lot of people do have with Sky Q these days, we can see what's on this week. We can even see the cast and the crew of those people. We've got the Rotten Tomatoes and the popcorn meter. And you know what? I agree with the popcorn meter. I am a Friends fan. But then it will show you more shows like this. So if there's, if you're a bit bored of watching Friends, but you fancy something a little bit different, honestly, it's just so good. It is really good. So that really is the difference between recordings on Sky Q and playlists on Sky Stream. And of course, everything's Ultra 4K and everything else, and it is really, really good. And also, it's so easy when you want to select to the playlist. Like I said, you can either quickly do it by adding it to the plus button, or there will be a little plus next to that show that you can actually, even if there's movies or sports or whatever, you can add that, and it will record all the latest football games for you that come on. If you want, like this one here, Jack the Ripper, if I was to click into that, and you can see the little plus button there, I can add the series. So if I click on that, I can either choose the global playlist, my playlist, or Tristan's playlist, or whoever's playlist that you might have set up. And just to show you the global playlist, let me just go back to the home, and you can see how quick this is navigating for me. And we go to the playlist section and just show you the global playlist very, very quickly. In the global playlist, there is everything, right? So everything that everyone has put on the global playlist, you can see there, and we can manage all as well. I don't know what that does. Okay, Gangs of London, so we can actually manage it. Oh, so we can actually remove that from the playlist, so we can do it that way. There's other ways you can do it. You can actually go into the show and remove, as I showed you at the beginning, but you can actually do it from there as well. Actually, do you know what? I didn't actually know that. That's something I've just learnt now. So they've actually given you another option in which to do that. So what do you think? So that's basically Sky Stream and Sky Glass playlists. Now, I can show you Sky Q recordings, but many of you have got the old box with the big wire and the big dish sitting outside, and I appreciate that's what you're used to, that's what you like. And you know what, that's good. It's good to have choice. That's your choice. But I just wanted to, because so many, thousands of you have hit me up in the comments saying, playlists, it's not the same as Sky Q recordings. How does it work? I don't like playlists. It makes no sense to me. Oh, playlists are this, or Sky Q recordings do that. And I appreciate Sky recordings are really good. You hit record and it'll do it. You can even hit record the series, it will do it. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But, you know, I just wanted to show you what Sky Stream and Sky Glass playlists look like, how easy it is to operate, even with that I do love that remote. It's such a good remote. And just how quick and easy it is. I know a lot of you have issues with your Sky Stream boxes, which is strange, but you know, I've had mine now, probably the best part of 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, maybe more, I don't know. I have had no issues. Like I say, the odd reboot, you know, we have to power it off and power it back on because it's just a little puck and you can have multiple around the house. I do have it cabled into the router as opposed to using Wi-Fi. But also many of you who have gone over to the Sky streaming system have said how amazing it is, and you'll never go back to Sky Q because you don't have to have the big white cables draped across your floor and the big ugly dish sitting on the side, because broadband speeds are now there where we can take advantage of this kind of technology. So please hit me up in the comments. What's your view? Are you a Sky Q recordings type of person, or are you a Sky Stream, Sky Glass playlist type of person? What did you think of the Sky playlist, Sky Stream playlist? There was a lot of information there. Are we getting that information from the Sky Q recordings? You tell me. I can also do Sky Q recordings if you so wish, but you know, you guys tell me what you want. Hit me up in the comments. Until next time, please, please, please do not forget to hit that subscribe. It's completely free. I know a lot of people, you just watch these videos, but you wouldn't believe, for people like me, you know, doing this for you guys, that subscribe button means so much to me. And some of your comments are just so lovely. I don't know why people just enjoy watching my videos. It's just me, the numpty. And you know me, I will tell you straight, you know, if it's crap, it's crap. If it's good, and I give you technology that I feel that I enjoy and it benefits me, and I think maybe, you know, average Joe here, if it, you know, benefits average Joe, it will benefit you. So please make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell so you get notified on the next video, and please feel free to share my videos with anyone that you think might find this interesting. Take care everyone, until the next time.